So a few years ago, my 23-year-old daughter was involved in a pretty serious car accident. The accident actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The results from the x-rays and CAT scan showed no serious injuries. However, there was a curious mass in her neck that turned out to be thyroid cancer. Maddie was 23 at the time. She had recently started a new job and had no available PTO or sick time. She was therefore relieved of her position, and she begrudgingly moved back home. So Maddie underwent 2 separate surgeries as well as radiation, and I really left her side. I'll never forget how relieved and blessed we felt that she was recovering and slowly regaining her strength. My girl was going to be okay. Basically, a week after she completed her radiation, I found myself struggling with a headache. It just wouldn't go away. I kept trying to work, I kept ignoring it, and the pain just kept getting more intense until I lost vision in my left eye. And it was at that point, my district manager, Jen Schimmel, gave me a very gentle push to go to the doctor immediately. Within an hour of that appointment, I was sent to the hospital where I underwent several tests along with MRIs. The final diagnosis was multiple sclerosis, MS for short. So I spent the next few months running between work, neurologist's office, MRIs, which were way too many to count, infusion centers. I was given the latest and greatest DMD, which is a disease-modifying drug. It was to no avail. The MS was progressing at a rapid rate, so it was physically and financially draining, not just for me, but for my entire family. Aside from my daughter, I also have 2 teenage boys. So throughout all of this, my husband was working on opening a new store. We all know retail, we know the retail hours. He was somehow able to juggle all of these hours, getting the store open, getting the boys to their sporting events, their practices, pizza parties in the hospital, taking me to all of the appointments that I needed to get through. So it came to be a great surprise when he came home from work today to tell us that the store was closing. Needless to say, with the medical bills for my daughter's care, the tremendous cost for my ongoing care, and the fact that my husband was now unemployed, we were in a very fragile financial position. I had to borrow money from my 401k, just trying to keep up with all of the bills. And it was at this point I knew I needed help. It was extremely humbling for me to ask anyone for help, let alone submit an application for a grant. The fact that the Tyler Hughs Fund is anonymous made it a little easier to submit, but I can tell you that I was shown genuine compassion, caring, and kindness, and the support that was provided to my family was immediate and impactful. I would like to say thank you to everyone who commits to this fund. It is because of your generosity that my family and I were able to navigate some very difficult life moments. I was not prepared for the overwhelming events that led me to ask for help. Any one of us can find ourselves in situations that seem impossible. The Tyler Hughs Fund is completely funded by donations by us as associates working for Brooks Brothers. I am asking that you please join me in supporting our fellow coworkers with a simple weekly payroll deduction. The one thing that I am sure of is this: the Tyler Hughs Fund was there for me when I needed it, and I will be here for you.
If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You know you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. You can count on me 'cause I can count on